evening. How's everybody's day today? I hope it was wonderful. I hope you planned it out and got lots of stuff accomplished. Because planning is key. I love it when it's sunny and it's raining, and that is exactly what's happening here right now. It is absolutely pouring and it is sunny, absolutely sunny out. So I just love that. I just absolutely love it. Okay. So Tuesday, free day. My intention as of this morning was to do the home blessing blitz tonight. I got impatient looking at everything and I already did it. Thank you. I love my curly hair. Absolutely love it. I got hot and I put it in pigtails. And because it was like that for 2 days, it kind of straightened out. So I still got my little curls down here, but I got hot. So I put it in pigtails because I don't like the way that it looks in one ponytail. But I have realized that I definitely like my hair off my face much better than around my face. So going to have to figure out how I'm going to do that because I do love my curly hair. So yeah, I got impatient and couldn't handle the floor and did it already. But it's not going to leave me not to emphasize the fact that plans change. And that's what I really want you guys to embrace, is that plans can change and things can change. And being structured does not necessarily mean that you can't go with the flow. And having a plan doesn't mean that you can't change it up as you need to, because things change all the time. And we have to be ready and willing to do it. Especially like my sweetheart is very, very, very spontaneous. And I am not. So we complement each other in those ways, to where I help him get a little more structured, and he helps me learn that being spontaneous and deciding 5 minutes before you're going to go on a trip is okay. Hi, Georgia. How are you? So while I'm not doing it live, the home blessing blitz was done today. It wasn't done on Monday. Grocery shopping last week, I think it happened on a Wednesday. You know, so there are definitely things to where it's okay to change. It's okay to be flexible. It's not about necessarily when you do it. It's about the fact that it gets done. Like, say for instance, making your bed. We can. How about while I sit here talking, you guys come up with 5 items that you need to get done, and we'll do a little roulette. We'll just do it this way. Okay. So come up with 5 items that need to get done while I'm talking. I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay, I got to put my cursor on the chat. There. And then that way, if anybody else joins, they know what's going on. So, say you make your bed every morning right when you get up. Okay? Because that's about normal, right? Well, then all of a sudden your sweetheart sleeps late, or for some of us, our sweetheart comes home. And now all of a sudden you can't make your bed right when you get up. Well, that doesn't mean that you don't make it. That just means you make it later. It's not important that the bed gets made at 6:35. It's important that the bed gets made. Now, yes, we get our flows and stuff like that. And when we get thrown off our flows because something comes up, it's hard to get back into it. But that's where the lists come in. That's where I sit, and I've done a very bad job of marking stuff off today, but that's okay. You sit and I look at my list of things that I need to do and go, okay, where do I need to go now? Okay, as a matter of fact, let's get this done. Bed is made. Sink is done. Mirror is done. Tub is done. Toilet's done. Trash is done. Floor is done. Giuseppe's bed is made. It was picked up this morning. Living room table was picked up this morning, and living room was picked this morning. Entryway is picked up. Laundry, wash, dry, fold, put away. Kitchen, dishes, morning, dishes, afternoon. Counter, morning, counter, afternoon. I've got like 4 dishes to do. Garbage was taken out. Recycling was taken out. Floor needs to get swept. Home, vacuum. Okay. So this is where you go to your list on things that need to get done. When you get thrown off your schedule, when things go crazy, when people end up stopping by and you weren't ready for it, and so everything gets thrown off, that's when you go to your list. That's when you go to, okay, now what do I need to do? Which is why I absolutely love them. The 4 podcasts that are going to be coming out this week are The Importance of a Timer, The Power of Failure, Tallying Your Wins, and Making the Best of a Bad Situation. So we're kind of hitting the spectrum this week between practical and positive thinking and everything else like that. So, we're also ending the end of the month. So be ready for that. Oh, August got printed. Okay. Oh, never did my tea plant. Oh, well. Talked to Juan about Max. Oh, I attached current flight plans to calendar. Okay, now I'm going to set a challenge before we get into the setup for tomorrow and everything else like that. This actually came to me via another client, so I'm not going to take credit for this, but I think it's an amazing idea. I want you guys to come up with a theme song for yourself. I don't care what the theme song is, but it should be something that motivates you, something that makes you smile, something that makes you feel good, something that reminds you about who you are and who you want to become. So something like that. And it can be anything. Giuseppe has picked In the Hall of the Mountain King. It's a piece of classical music. There are no lyrics whatsoever. But he likes the way it makes him feel. And the purpose of these are for when you're having a bad day, for when you're feeling overwhelmed, for when you're feeling stressed, for when you need to get motivated, for when any of that happens, you can pop on this song, be it via Alexa, be it via Google, be it via just a playlist or a CD or, tapes if people still have tapes, and play it and get yourself going back on your right frame of mind. So come up with a personal theme song. I would love to tell you mine, but I'm still trying to figure it out. I have a couple ideas, but none of them have said, yes, that's it to me. So I'm still figuring it out. So this might be something that you need to think about for a month. It might be something that the minute that I said it, you're like, I had one client that the minute I told her she needed to pick a theme song, she knew right what it was. So pick yourself a theme song. And obviously, as life changes, so shall the theme song. But I just absolutely love that idea. So pick a theme song. All right. The other thing I want to bring up today is with the podcast coming up, you're going to notice a lot of overlapping ideas and a lot of overlapping conversation between them. And that is strictly because ideas and concepts overlap. And like I've got a couple and it's basically the same podcast, but it's done up differently. And that is because different people, different ideas click with them. So while one idea, the name of it might not click to somebody, if I reword it a different way, it will. So, but all of them are going to have wonderful ideas and wonderful things. So listen to them all. Okay. So we talked about today being free day, or you can use it as a plan and play day. I personally, like you all know, like to plan each and every day with the main planning day on Sunday. This week, extra planning happening every single day because Giuseppe's birthday party is Saturday and Sunday. So I've got a lot to do. We've got the party here at the house on Saturday and then a party at the bowling alley on Sunday where his MMA coach, old MMA coaches and stuff are coming. So got a lot of planning to do. All right. So today, did you get up, get dressed to shoes, hair, and face? Did you eat all your meals, drink all your water, take all your meds? Did you get your loving movement in? I walked. No yoga picture today. I walked. Did you pamper yourself today? Not yet for me. It will be coming later. Get ready for bed. Wash your face. Brush your teeth. Floss. Mouthwash. The whole shitting dang can happen when you're done eating dinner. After the dishes are done. Because before you ever leave the kitchen, I want those dishes done. Okay? Because it is easier to stay in the kitchen and just power through them, use that teaspoon of energy to power through them, than it is to go sit down, start watching TV, hanging out with the kids, hanging out with the family, hanging out by yourself, relaxing, letting all that stress and everything just go, and then have to get back up and do the dishes. I would be willing to bet that probably 7 out of 10 times it doesn't then happen. So, and I would say 9 out of 10 here. So, and then of course, go to bed at a decent hour. And by doing the wash face, brush your teeth, and all that stuff right after dinner, you are ensuring, number one, that you're not going to eat again before you go to bed, because then you got to do all of that again. And number two, you are ensuring that when all of a sudden you're like, man, I'm tired, or holy cow, it's 10 o'clock, you can then just go to bed. Cleaning, weekly home blessing item. Did you do your own blitz? Did you do your own weekly home blessing? Or are you doing it throughout the week? Don't forget to swish and swipe. That is our habit of the month. If it is not done, put it down as one of your 5 items. Each one you're going to get 5 minutes. You should be able to get a swish and swipe done in 5 minutes. Laundry, 1 full cycle. I just came up with another podcast. I don't know if it's there. No, how is it not there? Okay, and that would be the power of routines, and how so many times I hear, but I need to declutter, but I need to do this, but I need to do that. Sweetheart, if you do your routines, all of it comes together. Okay? All right. Laundry is the focus of the month next month. So working on it this month will help you get ready for next month. And you're going to be got it. All right. Hot spots, 3 of them, 2 minutes each. Need to get them done? Put them down for the 5 things. Room rescues, 3 of them, 5 minutes each. Didn't do any of them? That just became 3 of your items. Don't forget 1 for the kiddos' room. Your mission for today. If we do the sort, wash, dry, fold, put away each and every day, this mission becomes null and void. And that is attack the clothes pile. Okay? All right. And then don't forget to shine your sink. And of course, make sure the kids do their chores. Planning. It is time. Get out your brain log and get anything that's swimming around in here that is detracting from your focus and helping you not to focus on all the things that would make it better for you, and get them written down. So often it's, we stop ourselves from writing things down because I can remember that. I have an amazing memory. Amazing. Like, I need to play dumb when I go by people because I remember stupid little things about them that they're just like, oh my gosh. So I have an amazing memory. But I still write almost everything down because I don't want that stuff taking up my brain. If I can write it down to remember it, I'm going to. It helps me create my mind palace. If y'all haven't watched Sherlock, you're not going to get that. Or some of you might, but so empty everything out. Clear your palace. All right. Now we need to establish our 3 goals for tomorrow. So let's do that together. I have my list of stuff for the week. So the first thing I need to do is I need to go to Menominee Falls tomorrow. I need to continue work prep. And I need to make English muffins. And then we'll put a WP after that for weather permitting. Okay, next is meals. So breakfast, we're going to do toast, eggs, bacon, and I'm going to do yogurt. For Juan's lunch, he's going to get pork chop and potatoes and whatever veggie I decide to throw in there for him. And then dinner, tomorrow, Jacek is going to be gone, so I'm a yo-yo. which means you're on your own. So I'm a yo-yo tomorrow, which is fine by me. Now I want you to also take a look at your appointments. I need to actually write down Menominee Falls at 3. Just sec to mom and dad at 3:30. And then Jacek is gone for the rest of the night. And he comes back tomorrow or Thursday by noon. Okay. And then I also have Max's birthday, so I need to call his cousin on Thursday, looking ahead. And I've got nothing coming up on Friday except for final party prep. So I have looked for my appointments for not only tomorrow, but for Thursday and Friday. Launchpad. Don't forget to set up your teapot. Don't forget to set up your coffee pot. Don't forget to make sure your purse, wallet, keys, planner, phone, charger, pen, pencil, sunglasses, whatever is on your launch pad. And then, of course, don't forget to lay out clothes for tomorrow. If your clothes are not laid out yet, put it down as one of your 5 things. So, we got about 3 minutes, and then we'll start the game. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the power of perception as you guys go through and do it. And if it'll make it easier for you, I'm going to black out the camera, because then you're not going to have to worry about if you're missing something. So if you want me to black out the camera, let me know, and then I shall. So you can get a couple little podcast games going on here. But there were a couple, actually quite a few topics that were a recurring theme today. And normally when I find that topics recur or occur more than 3 times, that be it something going on in the universe or whatever, it needs to be addressed. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Because if I've already got 3 people suffering from it, it could be catching. So, not like flu catching, but you know what I mean. I'm going to be a little hocus pocus on you. So I want to talk about stuff like that. And you'll get a little preview into the podcasts that are coming up for this week. Plus, I do still want to get the Mission podcast out. So, all right. Well, we've got 1 minute, so I hope you have your 5 items. Hi, Brandy. I really enjoyed our conversation today. So, did you go grocery shopping? That is something that I want to know. Or are you saving it for tomorrow? Because whether you do it today or do it tomorrow, you still got to do it. So, all right, here we go. Tomorrow morning. All right, I better get a message. 5 minutes on item number 4. Item number 4, here we go. Off you go. I'm going to go bye-bye. Okay, so what I want to talk to you guys about is your perception, and your perception on who you see in the mirror. Because who you see in the mirror determines who you show everybody. Because most people can see through a fake smile. They will appreciate the fact that you are giving a fake smile, but they can see right through it. You know, because you fail at something does not mean that you're a failure. The only reason that you would be a failure is if you stop trying.
Then you'll be failure.
As long as you try and keep trying and keep trying and try a different way and a different way and a different way and a different way, you are going to succeed. I don't know when. I don't have the sight.
Do you know where Daddy's earbuds are?
Yes, I do. I'm looking right at them. They're on top of the coasters where they always are. When they get put back. You know, some things come easier to some people than they do to others. Planning comes very easy to me because I was brought up with it.
Wait, where were you looking?
On the coasters.
Oh, I didn't see.
Okay. Planning has always been easy for me because
Wait, it stopped raining.
yes, it did. Because my mom does it. But I couldn't knit a sweater. I could crochet you a sweater, but I couldn't knit a sweater. Just because it's the last name that came up, I couldn't read an ultrasound to save my life. And Lord knows I've had hundreds of them. Okay? So there are things that come to some people that don't come to others. I cannot do hard math to save my life. And when they went and decided to introduce this Common Core stuff, I personally feel that they did it to undermine the parents. Are you sure? Another one? How many is that today? Okay. You know, some people are great at math, other people aren't. Some people are great at organizing, other people aren't.
Like me.
Do you know what I absolutely totally stink at? Is display. I am so awful with displaying things like home decorating. Yeah, that is not my forte. That is not even close to my forte because all I see are lines. I like grid lines. So don't get down on yourself if something doesn't come easy. All that means is that's a challenge for you. And if it came easy to you, it wouldn't mean as much. Because more often than not, when we have to fight for things, that is when they mean it. You got 1 minute left. That's when they mean something. You know, you can have somebody else. Okay, great example here. We go in, we clean our kids' room. We clean our kids' room. Not our kid, we clean our kids' room. How long does it take for them to have it messy again? Why is that? That is because they did not put the effort in. It doesn't mean anything to them. So why on earth should they care if they get it messy? The same thing happens when, you know, you don't put the effort in with cleaning your own home. Why you want to keep it clean? Doesn't cost you any effort. All right, time's up. Let me get the thing on. Okay, I'm back. All right, let's head to item number 1. So it was the first item you wrote down. 5 minutes on the clock, starting now, and I'm going bye-bye again. Okay, so swinging it back to the power of perception and what you see in the mirror. If you don't like the way you look, if you don't like the way things are going on in your brain, if you don't like this and don't like that, and don't spin it positively, it is going to affect every single one of your days. Somebody said to me today that they woke up and they started thinking about something negative, and that was the role that the day started to take. And that's so true. Which is why so many systems and philosophies out there want you to wake up and immediately say 5 things you are grateful for. Yeah, I can't do that. I need to get up and I need to go to the bathroom. And by the time I go to the bathroom, then that whole meditative 5 things isn't going to happen. Because now I'm already rolling. And once I'm in the bathroom, I'm getting dressed. I'm doing my hair. I'm doing my makeup. And then I'm swishing and swiping. And then I'm looking at the laundry. Huh. That's crazy, Zanette. Yeah, it started like 30 minutes ago. I don't understand what's going on. And by the way, hi. I have no idea what's going on. So I don't know if anybody can call YouTube or send an email to YouTube. But I have no idea. And there's no way on my end for me to fix it because I'm already showing the premieres. So I have nothing else that I can do. But yeah, I don't know, maybe contact YouTube. I'll try contacting YouTube. Let me add that to tomorrow. Writing down YouTube regarding lives. Are you hearing me current or are you back on like minute 2 now? Okay. We're just working through 5 items on the list. We are on item number 1. So we got about 2 minutes left on that item. So if you just want to write down 3 things that you want to get done, then you got 15 minutes coming up that you can get them done. So you can just sit and listen to me talk about positivity for the next minute and a half. By the way, y'all got a minute and a half. So instead of looking at the hair that's out of place or looking at the hair that's gray or say you don't like your eyes, but you like your nose, well, then focus on your nose. Don't focus on your eyes. You don't like the way that you physically look? Well, guess what? There's one of 2 things that you can do. You can go buy a wardrobe that accents and helps you look the best that you are in your body shape right now, which I actually agree with because I believe you should look your best at all times. Or you can get off the couch and you can do something about it. And you're not going to lose everything all at once. If you want to lose weight or if you want to tone, it's not going to tone as much. And if you want to gain weight, you're not going to gain a whole bunch right away. It's all a process. But if you emphasize the positive in you, then the positive out of you is going to shine. Because if you feel good about the way you look and the way you feel and things that are going on, it is contagious and people will enjoy it. 4, 3, 2, 1, done. I'm back. Okay. So let's take a quick water break. Very quick water break. my pink bottle broke. So I'm back to this one. And while I do love the Fly Lady water bottles, this one does not hold enough water. I don't like the fact of how many times I have to keep filling it up. I liked my other one. I could fill it up 4 times and I had my daily quota. So, all right, done with water break. Let's hit item number 3 now. Item number 3 on your list. Or if you're just joining, pick something that needs to be done and you have 5 minutes and away I go. Timer starts now. All right, so let's see. What else can I talk about? Oh, yeah. This actually came up in my last session that I just had about how when you go to start something over, it is like a ton harder than when you started it the first time. And let me explain why, in my opinion. Okay? So, say you're new to, and I'm going to use Weight Watchers, okay? Or any healthy eating program. Say you're new to it, and you did really, really good, and you met your goal, and you had the weight off for like a year, and then you and your husband, or you and yourself, or you and your boyfriend, or you and your girlfriend decided that you're going to go on vacation, and you ate a whole bunch of food that you shouldn't have, and you drank a whole bunch of stuff that you shouldn't have, and you gained back the weight. Because when you came back, I can just eat that once. I can just do it that once. Well, now you've gained, we'll say, 15 pounds away from where your goal was. And you're like, okay, I'm going to start this again. And you know the system works because you met your goal. So you know it works. So why is it hard? Why is it so hard to start it again? Because you've got that failure talking to you. That's why. And instead of learning from that failure, like I said, one of the podcasts this week is going to be the power of failure. So instead of learning from that failure, you're going to consume yourself with the negative connotations surrounding it. And, well, why should I bother? Because an event is just going to come up anyways, and I'm going to celebrate, and then I'm going to totally go off of it, and everything is going to stink, and I'm going to gain the weight, and blah, 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 and the moon is purple. So what if you went off it? You can get back on. Do y'all know how many times I've started yoga over? I have no idea. I'm literally asking. I think it's like 20. And it's just, okay, if I get past this first month, I can do it. But my brain can sit there and say, yeah, you've never made it 30 days doing it every single day. What makes you think you're going to do it now? Guess what? Because I'm going to do it now. So you've got the power of the program, be it Fly Lady, be it the cleaning system you and I have sat down and figured out, be it Weight Watchers, be it yoga, be it an exercise routine, a walking routine, a work routine. You've got the power of the system that you know works, arguing constantly with your brain that knows that you failed. But instead of looking at that failure as a failure, we look at that failure as a learning process. 50 seconds. Because, okay, what event happened? Or what happened? What caused you to go off? What caused you to stop doing what was working? And how could you have done it better? When we take that failure and we turn it into a learning process, into room to grow, then it becomes power. Because then we know that should that thing come up or something similar to it, again, we know we can conquer it. 4, 3, 2, 1, done. I'm back. All right, we got 2 more things to do. Okay. Let's go to number 5 now. Item number 5, or if you didn't have a chance to sit down and write things up on your list, pick something that needs to happen and get it done. Maybe you're going to do some of the items in the Home Blessing Blitz. Whatever it is. Here we go. I'm going away. 5 minutes starting now. Okay. So we've talked about the power of failure. We've talked about lots of stuff. Let's look here in my list. Let's talk, because I do this every day, let's talk about the power of routines. We talked about it a little bit already, that, just because you make your bed at 6:35 does not mean you have to make your bed at 6:35 every single day in order to be successful. Most successful people do have routines, but also most successful people are very flexible. So let's talk the cleaning system routines, right? The fly lady routines. The whole reason why we're here. If we focus on doing the routines, the getting up, make your bed, swish and swipe, get dressed to shoes, hair and face, 2-minute hot spot, 5-minute room rescue, empty the dishwasher, what else do I got? Pamper, reboot the laundry, check the calendar. You do the routines in the morning and in the evening and when you get home from work. All these other projects that you have, all these other things that you want to do are going to fall in line because there is a spot for them. I need to declutter. That's what the 15-minute mission is for. That is either decluttering or it's doing the cleaning mission. Or maybe you can't do 15. Maybe physically or emotionally you can't do 15. Well, then do 5. I want to do art projects. What do you think the pamper's for? I got to do maintenance. 5-minute room rescues. Everything that we want to do in our homes is covered under these routines. And that is why I cringe every time I hear people talking about projects. Because the projects are not going to bring you success. The routines are going to ensure that, number 1, the projects get done. Number 2, when life happens and decides to throw you 100-mile-an-hour curveball, I don't wonder if somebody can actually throw that. I know they can do 100-mile-an-hour fastballs. Okay, squirrel. If life decides to throw you that curveball, you will be able to go with it, to run with it and say, yep, okay, I got this. If you learn what is the must do, the should do, and the want to, you can prioritize. If you stop thinking everything and doing nothing and instead do something, then you're going to get somewhere. And that's what the routines focus on, is doing something every day. Fly Lady talks all the time about it being a self-cleaning home. And once you get into the routines, under a minute, into the routines and living the routines, and the routines become automatic, and it takes time. Your home is literally a self-cleaning home. It's not fabrication. It's not a selling point. It is a self-cleaning home with work if you have kids, but it is still a self-cleaning home, or husband. It is still a self-cleaning home because everything becomes automatic. So take that into consideration. Done. Okay, guys, we got one more item to do on the list, and that is item number 2. There goes the timer. Hopefully it'll work. That is item number 2. Why don't we have some water before we go to it? I need that. I've been talking lots and lots and lots. Okay. Let's see here. What do I want to talk about? I know. I'm just going to kind of throw a whole bunch of stuff in this last one. So, here we go. Last item. Or pick something if you didn't make a list. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right. I just threw at you guys 2 big phrases. I've already put up a podcast on the all or nothing, which is now being referred to as the everything, nothing, or something. And I firmly believe that something will take you farther than trying to do everything. You know, it's frustrating, absolutely frustrating. And it's not easy, especially depending upon the problems that are facing you. And they're different for everybody. And you know what? When people sit there and say, you know, that, oh, I feel bad feeling like this when there are people with this and that, problems are relative. I've been on for 50 minutes now, Pamela. Yay! When we sit and we do little bits at a time, using the timer, using music as a timer. I love music as a timer personally. When we do stuff like that, we reserve ourselves to be able to go back and do it again tomorrow. We understand that doing a little bit, see, whether you do it a little bit each day or do it all in one day, it's going to take the same amount of time. Yes, you have. But it may actually go faster if you do it just a little bit each day. Because then every time you go back to it, you are refreshed, you're renewed, you're invigorated. And you're not dead on the couch for the next 3 days because you worked yourself to the bone for 10 hours trying to clean out a room. It is one of those things to where when you work slowly, but consistently, it's frustrating to look at because I just want it done. Well, it didn't all get there at once, unless, of course, you had to clean out somebody's house. But that's a whole nother video. It's been collected over years. It's happened over years. Like I said, if it's because somebody passed away or somebody moved, that's a whole nother video. But it's not going to get taken care of in one day. And if you do, you're going to be dead to the world for the next 5. 3 at least, a minimum. Halfway done, guys. So, taking it slowly, day by day, working just a little bit. And I know some of us have got stressful jobs, life-sucking jobs, fun jobs, exhausting jobs. That's why I don't ask for the 15. I don't even ask for the 5. I ask for 2. Some people, with their jobs, I ask for 1 item on odd number days. And 2 items on even number days. Because no matter how bad the day is, you can do that. Got 30 seconds, people. So, yeah. And by the time you get home, you've got nothing left to give. Much less being able to do 3 5-minute room rescues and a 15-minute mission and this and that and this and that. It gets hard. And that's why I did the podcast so early in my series on the teaspoons. Aw, Sheena, you're awesome. 2, 1, and you're done. 5 minutes at a time. And some days we can't even do 5. Some days we need to do 2. Some days we need to just work at an item. And I'll get people, oh, that's not a lot. I don't feel like I'm doing anything then. Well, doing it your way wasn't working. Because if it was, you wouldn't be calling me. So there's a reason why I say 1 item at a time, 2 items at a time, 2 minutes at a time, 5 minutes at a time, 15 minutes at a time, which I don't usually even say 15 minutes at a time. I usually don't go that high. Your way wasn't working. So instead of telling me it's not going to work, try it. Put forth the effort. Yeah, it can. Put forth the effort and try it my way. There's a reason why I'm on this side of the computer or on this side of the phone. So, it's not about exhausting you. It's about you being able to do something in your home that you've been wanting to do and still be able to maintain balance with your job, with your kids, with your spouse, with yourself, and with your home, with your friends. There are many more things in the world more important than cleaning and decluttering. I want you to make sure you enjoy them. So, on that note, people, I think this week, the series is going to end up being, and cats. I think this This is the week of positivity. Try things a new way. So, and maybe being a little drill instructor on my end too. But sometimes hand holding doesn't get very far. Not that I ever holler or yell or scream. But, well, at least not on session. So, I'm going to go wash my face. I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. Whether I will have straight hair or curly hair still remains to be seen. See? Place your bets. Place your bets. Curly or straight. Place your bets. Place your bets. Don't forget to share these videos if you think anybody could benefit from them. Like them if you like what happens. And other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing Tuesday. Curly, okay. Good night, Zanette. How are you feeling? Straightening ponytails. How are you feeling, Zanette? Are you feeling better? I hope. If you're still on. Wonderful. That makes me happy. That makes me very, very happy. All right, so yay! Oh, I'm so happy for you. I am so happy for you. That makes me. Oh, I love it. I love it. I hate seeing you guys in pain, whether it be physical or emotional. I hate seeing it. Good night, Georgia. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll see what my hair decides to do tomorrow. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh, you're so welcome, Brandy. You are so welcome. Don't forget. That's right. Don't forget to message me tomorrow, Brandy, when you get done grocery shopping. I will be looking for it, and if I don't hear from you by... If I don't hear from you by noon, I'm going to message you. And that's noon my time, so 1 your time. I'm writing it down. Okay, so that's 1 your time, noon mine. Good night, everybody. You all are awesome. Believe in yourself. Give yourselves a great big hug. And I'm serious. Give yourselves a great big hug. Okay, so I'm a little goofy tonight, but give yourselves a great big hug. Because I'm proud of you. I'm proud of each and every one of you. And have a great night. I need to start doing emotional or